It's the duo that you love the most, covering events from coast to coast. That podcast is all about the fun with your hosts, Alpity and John. Chirping about gossip like chickadees. Turn up the cast and enjoy the tea. The podcast with the beauty and the brawn. One's a gay turkey and the other is a black swan. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. Live from the John and Company studio in Denver, Colorado, it's That Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Alpity and John.
Oh, hey, what? Hi, Sam's mom.
Hello, Sam's mom, and welcome to Hashtag That Podcast. My name is John.
I'm Alpity.
Oh my God, yes. So we, of course, have a friend of the pod. That is maybe the best way we've ever opened the show. I'm here for it. Yes, hello, Sam's mom. And of course, Sam, good friend of the pod, good Judy of ours. That is because Sam is actually on our Twitch channel. So those of you who are listening after the fact, obviously we post on all the podcasting platforms as we've done since our beginning, our humble roots. But we also every week go live on Twitch and YouTube or YouTubes when you're older. You know, I can't wait to be older. Okay, because I like that when older people pluralize plural things, plural shit. They're like the Facebooks, the Walmarts, you know, all that stuff.
Where are you going in your Nissans?
Okay, now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't actually think anyone says that. Actually, now that you said, I've heard things like anyway. Moving the Nissans. Have you ever heard an old person refer to a vehicle as a brand as plural? Oh, get in my Toyotas.
Get my Toyotas. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sam does make a good point here in live chat. It's the in front of the Facebook,
the Walmarts. That's a Pueblo thing. That's totally a Pueblo thing. You're just putting essence in front of everything or after
the
everything.
Walmarts.
Yeah,
oh, I love that. That actually I definitely heard the Targets. Oh Lord, you know I was saying, speaking of Target and Walmart. So you know, listen, Britney Spears obviously has ceased since her conservatorship, right? And she has been out living her best life. Okay, and there has been talk of the town. So she's a smart woman. She actually disabled her comments on her Instagram. Very smart for your own mental capacity. In fact, I took a page out of Britney Spears' book. I blocked comments on our Instagram effective last episode. And that's because I'm sick of the slander, folks. No, you know what? I'm so GD sick of people promoting random stuff on our podcast and not liking it. It drives me crazy. Super crazy. Not even just crazy. Not even crazy. When people post like promoted, I think there's one that always cracks me up, and I don't think it's like promote it now on Arizona Records. I'm like, what? We're not music. We just stream also on anyway.
Our greatest hits album. Our different episodes.
No, but bringing it full circle. So, you know, so people are hating on Britney Spears, and like, I'm not going to say whether she should be in a conservatorship or not, right? That's not for me to judge. Obviously, I shouldn't be making decisions for myself, let alone others. But I have seen worse behavior, right? She's making all this. She's doing dancing in the living room, which she's living her best life. Now she has a stripper pole with a bunch of mirrors everywhere. But it's like, listen, I've seen worse at Target. I've seen worse at the Walmarts. You know. So let her live her life, people. In fact, I've seen it worse in my own home. I've seen worse in the mirror. Orders up.
I was waiting to be like, where's this segue going from like Target and Walmart, Britney Spears?
It's full circle.
I feel it now. I get it.
No, and speaking of conservatorship, not to really do a beautiful segue as I just mentioned, and many people say when you do a great segue, you should mention that you're doing it so that people know that you're doing it. Actually, no, there's I think Trixie Mattel she tweeted about it at one time, and she's like, the best way to indicate that you've done a great segue is to let your audience know that you have. It's like, obviously that was sarcasm, and I'm probably butchering the joke, but anyway.
Anyway, so what a great segue about segues.
Was it though? I'm sorry. But no, so speaking of conservatorships, so turns out, remember that movie, The Blind Side,
Mm-hmm.
with Sandra Belloni, right? Hey. No, like literally, can you imagine? Like that doesn't even make sense. It's like,
Right.
what? Sandra Belloni, what does that even mean? I'm like, frankly, internet, I don't even know. So anyway, so she was in that movie, won an Oscar for it, folks, I think. Won something for it.
Yeah.
But turns out that these folks, like they say in the movie, these parents of this superstar football player never actually adopt this young man.
Mm-hmm. And it was actually a conservatorship.
Exactly. See what I did there? But isn't
Mhm.
that crazy? Like, just the fact that like they prey on a young man's success, right? And in a lot of ways exploit it, but then don't actually adopt the young gentleman. Oh, it's just so fucked up. I'm like, wow, internet.
Trying to find a politically correct way to say guy, man, boy,
Yeah.
gentleman.
Gentleman. No, because it's crazy. And you want to like, because it was such a feel-good movie,
Mhm.
right? And now in hindsight, you know, we were blindsided.
Ew.
Orders up. Hey, no, we really were though. I mean, I really didn't even. I had no clue that could have even been made up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna do a movie, like, listen, sis, if you and I do a movie on our lives, like, obviously there's gonna be some dramatizations,
Right.
but it has to be accurate. Like,
Right. That's
they're
what's
not gonna be
great.
like, oh my god, yeah, John, that beautiful 6'7" Italian man. Like, that would be a lie.
I'm just still the same. Like, who's this Italian man? Oh my god.
Like, gorgeous, simply gorgeous. No, I can't be gorgeous. I told you, I'm funny and nice. That's you. You can't be funny, nice, and pretty. God was like, really? He's like, I'm gonna give you that lazy
Oh.
eye. Like, we're all God's children.
Which way are you looking though?
DJ Khaled. God did. I'm looking everywhere and nowhere all at once.
Oh.
Mahatma Gandhi. Actually, just kidding. He did not say that. So, listen. How does this young man, back to the Blind Side story, like, how does he stay quiet all of these years? That's what I find to be even more miraculous. And then finally, this shit blows up. And imagine the woman. Like, I would feel like such an asshole. Like,
Well, I wonder if it was similar to like, because Brittany had, when she was in her conservatorship, I think she had issues with securing a lawyer and stuff like that, trying to speak out for herself. That might have been the same situation where he couldn't speak out. He couldn't get his own legal counsel without stipulations or finding a loophole or something like that. So, or he might have had to wait a certain amount of time to do anything.
yeah, it's just crazy to me. Like, what benefit if you don't take in a child? Not necessarily this story, but any story. If you don't adopt the child, but then you take the rights for them, their income earnings, and like make them, yeah, essentially your employee, for the lack of better words, and even worse, you know, employees that aren't even getting paid, it's like slaves. Like, it's just absolutely crazy to think, like, why would these people do it other than to prey on someone who obviously, and again, it shouldn't be lost on us too, right? That it was a Caucasian couple that, quote unquote, adopted, obviously not true, allegedly, an African American child. And it's like,
Right.
it's just crazy how
And-
much.
And
yeah.
they came back and said that he was trying to shake them down for like $15 million or something like that too, in response to all this. And yeah, just weird stuff. I don't know. So
It's crazy. Listen, and again, it's like it's obviously, I think there's legal, even medical, whatever reasons for conservatorships, right? Like, those exist for a certain reason. But when you see them being abused, like we've seen in recent history, you're just like, what are these people doing, and how are they so free, like so willy nilly, free willy, you know, happen.
Free willy.
Speaking of whales, no, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine if I had a story
I was
that
like-
had to do with whales?
Okay, I'm like trying to think back, like what is in our list of stories that we just went through this whole week.
Well, I will tell you, it is something that I have been believing, and it's true. So I always love an ambiguous meme that claims a study of sorts.
Mhm.
But, quote, a study reveals that happy couples are less likely to post their partners on social media. Orders up. Now, I got to tell you, I think that is true.
I think it's becoming definitely more common. Like, not a lot of people, they're doing like, some people are doing soft launches where it's just like, oh, I'm holding hands with someone or something like that. You know?
you just see like a shadow in the background.
Right.
It's like, oh my God, look behind you. Like, no, it's sort of a soft launch to my relationship.
Right. Sorry.
Soft launch. That's fucking funny.
But
That-
I could see that. I mean, you have the whole thing about, well, what if you do post him on social media, him or her on social media, is somebody else going to come out and be like, oh, no, I'm dating them, or like uncover.
wouldn't that be awkward?
Right?
Ugh.
Like, and then some people would be like, oh, he or she doesn't want you to post them on social media. That's that's a red flag. That's a no.
That's a no. Well, shout out to Mr. Spooky One. We get a new follower, and we had a cute little image there that popped up on our screen. So shout out to you, Mr. Spooky One.
Yay.
It's also not lost on me that happened right after I was talking about a shadowy figure in.
I love that I missed that. Dang it.
That's okay. This is why it's a team.
Yes.
It's like both of my eyes. One of them works a little less sometimes than the other. No, it is true. I don't always have a lazy eye, but there are days that I have a lazy eye. In case you were wondering. Mahatma Gandhi. Also not true. What about this this some of the best news stories come out of Florida. So Florida woman doused herself in soda to erase DNA after murder, more specifically Mountain Dew.
I was
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
okay. I've heard that like Coca-Cola, you could take that. Like cops used to take Coca-Cola after car accidents, and to get the blood off of the road.
Oh, the blood. I thought it was to, for ants or something.
The ants are coming.
Yeah, no, I swear. My grandma used to do some crazy shit like that. She used to either pour, maybe it was diet soda. Maybe it was like all the aspartame killed the ants. Something. She used to pour some. But see, now that I'm thinking about this, like a soda would probably attract ants.
You're right.
So maybe
Yeah.
she was kind of her own worst enemy there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
I gotta
Grams.
fill this ant farm.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have an alive grandma actually. Now that we're mentioning it.
I don't either.
Oh my God! High five.
Woohoo! Awkward.
Orders awkward. R.I.P. Grammys. No, it's true. This is what is crazy though. It's like eventually we're gonna be like old and we're gonna be like, oh pity, just you and I left.
Right.
I am really, really claiming that I have a healthy lifestyle, but hopefully when I'm older, young people watching are like, you are older. you are older now.
Old.
Yes.
Old
Yeah.
you
Old,
now.
old you. Get a grip. Get over it. IDK, my BFF Jill. Yeah. That is so. I don't know why, but again, I just love people's logic. You're like, why would you douse yourself in Mountain Dew? I mean, okay, more like Mountain don't.
Right. Like, wouldn't that make it stick to you more? Because Mountain Dew is sticky. Like,
Exactly, and like I don't know. It's very strange. And moreover, she doused herself in it. So you're like, what would the labs come back with? It's like,
right.
she didn't do it, but she loves Mountain Dew.
Right.
I can't tell you that she is a Baja Blast. Thank you. It was coming, folks. There was a joke hiding in there. Speaking of a blast, there's another article that we were talking about this week. Moms on mushrooms. Get this. Colorado woman says microdosing magical fungus. That's just a very unappealing word, but I'll read it again. Colorado woman says microdosing magical fungus makes her a more, quote, present parent. Go off, sis.
I actually have a friend who does microdosing as well, and kind of same thing. Like, just brings everything back together, I guess is the best way to say it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't microdose. I
don't either.
Allegedly may or may not have done mushrooms eons ago, and It's like it just gave you a tummy ache and made the toilet paper dance, but that's folks, that's about it. Yeah, it was a funky toilet paper roll, let me tell you.
Fair, very
Get
fair.
down on it. Come on, get down on it.
it.
So, speaking of toilet paper, there was a fight that was announced this last week. Now I'm just going to pretend everything's a good segue. No, there was a toilet paper of a match that is not going to take place. Of course, now there's been all this talk online about platforms and these two mega giants, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, that they want to somehow do some sort of fight. Elon says it's arranged. Zuckerberg keeps coming out and saying, no, not true. So listen, I want to see it. So they need to figure it out. I think we booked Disney World.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I think that's as far as I've really thought of it.
You're planning it? Are you planning?
I am on the planning committee. Yes, the Zuck Musk fight. Ugh. That just
Zuck must fight.
Zuck must fight.
Zuck must fight. Zuck
Yeah, I
must
guess.
fight.
But if you were to take a gamble, allegedly, if these two were to brawl for social media supremacy, who do you think would win?
Tom from MySpace.
Tom from MySpace orders up. He's living his best life. I think he wears sandals. So I really believe people who wear sandals are first of all, the most relaxed, unhinged people in the entire world.
Okay.
Just figure I'd tell you.
Okay.
Especially rich people in sandals. It's like, you don't want Jews. Wow. That's something else.
That's sandals. Ooh. But in all seriousness, I think Zuckerberg would probably win.
I mean, I think so too. I mean, but I think this, right? Like at first blush, I think Zuck, right? Like, duh. But then I also feel like this would be some sort of like Avengers movie where like Elon Musk has like some cyborg arm that no one knows about. It's like he's actually all electricity, or he might be a robot. Okay, I don't know.
He turns into a Tesla.
He's a he's a motherfucking transformer. He's like, in fact, I am a Tesla. Well, allegedly.
We don't know what Tesla sounds like, clearly.
It sounds like a fucking Jetsons car. Jetsons.
His wife.
So did you know that, listen, if you like driving, UPS drivers, Miss Thing, are making, like, they're upping their salaries to make $170,000 a year.
I wish I really liked driving.
Don't you though? I know. It's like, I like getting packages delivered to my home.
Yes.
But like everything the logistics to get here is like the whole reason I order online.
Mm-hmm.
So I really would not like to be a UPS driver.
Yeah.
But listen, go off. I mean, listen, for those of you listening, those of you in the market, right? Like, listen, that could be a fun job. And it's something you have to do. The only thing that I think would be cute would be the outfit. Like, I would really feel like, oh, hey, it's me in my little brown outfit.
That's my outfit dance. I don't know.
Your outfit. And I would have like shenanigans going on in the UPS truck. I'd be like,
a little honker, honk, horn.
I was thinking more like disco lights and music.
Yeah.
Rave. Part rave, part ice cream truck. Kind of a cool vibe,
Not a regular UPS driver. I'm a cool UPS driver.
I'm a cool UPS driver. Oh, hell no. No. I admire people who do work like that. Like, there's so many jobs I think about, like, in that same spirit that I'm like, just why?
I just reminded me of, like, I watched somebody making lace yesterday, and I'm like, how do you even get into
lace?
That? Yeah, how do you get into that job profession?
Was she a spider? Were you watching a spider's TikTok?
No, and it was a guy.
And I'm pretty sure they make silk, don't they?
Well, they were taking the silk and making it into lace, like lace singing, like, like.
I don't understand what lace is. What do you mean? Like lace couture?
Like a lace pattern.
A lace pattern. Interesting. And they were taking silk to do that. Wow.
Yeah, like
Just with their hands.
they were using a machine too, but it was like hands and machines. Like you have to place
Wow.
things and stuff, and clearly,
Did it give you a finished product? Like did it tell you like did it
not
give-
like
make
like
the-
it gave us like a little bit of the pattern. It didn't give us like the full like
those videos drive me crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta know what the ending is.
what's the
Right? It's like, or I don't know if you've seen more dramatic videos where like, someone will fall in like a riverbed. And you're like,
where'd they go?
what
Are
happened?
they okay? Is somebody gonna check on
Mm-hmm. and then like then the comments, I always fall down the comment hole.
him? Right,
Everyone apparently knows what happened.
exactly. And you're
It's
like,
like there's a dog in any video and someone's like, the dog made it just fine. You're like,
Yes.
how do you know that?
how do you know, Susie? Like,
Okay.
how did you-
Susie Ann.
it's my dog, actually. Don't
It's
worry.
a dog actually
It's
gets
me.
around, the little
Yeah.
pup. I tell you. Now, speaking of getting around, it has been this has been the talk of the town in the United States. So those of you guys who are listening overseas know it has been a scorcher.
Mhm.
It's been the scorchers.
It's been a little hot, don't you know?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm doing some traveling this week, and yeah, it's same thing. Like in the hundreds.
Yes.
It's like, my goodness, Mother Nature. Who? Why? What did we do to piss you off?
Right.
Shit, but she's gonna let us have it with this heat.
Right. Then, my AC might be failing, but I think we're okay still.
El Pity, if your AC fails, I mean, I gotta tell you, I think you should just become a gypsy full time. I think you. Whoa,
Gypsies,
whoa.
tramps, and thieves.
Would that be fun for you? Do you think that would be a
No.
fun thing to become?
No.
I know,
No.
same. That's another thing I couldn't do is be a traveling, roaming gypsy.
Yeah. Like,
So
here's the thing.
sorry, stuff was going on here on my screen. Lots of lights were happening. I was having the UPS disco just now. Apparently, I'm like, oh my god! And then one of our videos started playing, so that I heard myself twice, which I was like, oh my god! See, here it goes again. I do see here disco. Yes, that's how we do it here at the Jersey Shore,
Mm-hmm. Hey, man.
allegedly. Hey man. It is a little late in the show, but we did forget our very fun segment. Shout outs. Pity, who is our
Shout
out?
outs. Well, now I have to refresh because I think our count just changed. If I'm correct, let me just check.
Isn't that crazy that like that little like melodic theme is like so well known?
Right.
Like imagine being like the because I don't know who made it or who did the Someone's like, I got it. This is gonna capture the world.
Right. You guys know.
I did it though. Wait, hold on. What was the what was that edition there? That E40 edition.
There's other sounds in there. I don't know.
I like it though.
Like how you
And then
called it
on my
E40
screen,
edition.
and then on my screen, it like replayed just now on our screen
Like just-
where you did this like. Oh, it's good. It is good. We literally could be also touring band.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Yes. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. But we wanted to give a shout out to our followers because officially on Twitch we hit today, right before we started streaming, 10 followers, which is awesome.
I know that is crazy, especially given like how little we'll say attention our Twitch gets.
Yeah.
Right, like we're trying to stream on this thing. But yeah, we shout out to all you 10. We're gonna keep climbing on that. And we just love you guys for the support, and
Yes,
of course
thank
the thousands of people who are listening on other platforms. But we're just grateful. This is just so fun that people listen to the show, watch the show, and most importantly, like one of our good Jews engages in the show
Yeah.
here within the chat.
Yes.
So I found my I found the beat. I don't know if you know this about me. I think we've talked about this I might have talked about this last week. Who fucking knows at this point? It's all a blur. I found my Pandora bracelet charm. Look at
How long
that.
have you had that? Where was it? How long was
Well, I say found it like it was lost. It was in my jewelry box. So, but like exactly
you
where.
remembered it and you were like, I should wear that.
Oh, but there's a story here. Almost. So I love silver because I'm a cheap bitch. Okay.
Okay.
Listen, I really do. I just love the way silver looks. Gold is not my thing, but anyway, and silver really actually tarnishes super easy,
Mm-hmm.
and I keep up with it. I clean it, but anyway, I bought I'm trying to remember the word because I think it's not called a supersonic. Maybe it's an ultrasonic. I think it's an ultrasonic cleaner
For your jewelry.
for my jewelry.
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And it's for your glasses and for any other weird fucking accessory I have around the house, like incense holders. I washed in it. I've just been washing everything, and the order's been up. But you've heard of these ultrasonic?
Yes,
cleaners?
absolutely. Like, does it work really well?
Oh, it's incredible. It has rejuvenated my Pandora bracelet, which is where I was going with that. Is
Oh.
I would have never put the bracelet back on, but I've been a collector of these charms. And this is not a cheap bracelet, okay? Do the math here. Fat wrist, and each one of these things
Fat
is
wrist.
fat wrist. No, really, I had to buy the largest freaking Pandora bracelet charm. I'm like, thanks a lot.
I didn't know they came in bigger sizes.
Oh yeah, 3 different sizes, girl. I mine's like 9 inches. My wrist. Let's be clear.
You glitched out for a second. You're kind of freezing just a little bit. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you're frozen on my end. Hold on, you're nodding. Okay. Can you go ahead and say something for me?
Hello, I'm back.
Okay, you're back. You're good. Okay.
Isn't that so? What I was saying is I'm 9.1 inches.
9.1 inches wrist.
Thank you. 9.1 inch wrist, very large and in charge. But anyway, each one of these little charms, like I've gotten them through gifts. So everyone who's ever gifted me these, they but they're not cheap. These charms are like $95 a pop.
That's not cheap.
It's not cheap. So imagine.
That's oof.
So anyway, since this one's all done now, I'm now gonna do a new one.
Great.
Isn't that fun? So I have 3 charms on a new bracelet that's in my bedroom.
Nice.
Hopefully.
What are the charms though?
Oh, I got everything. But see, I did these cute little charms, and I'm showing the folks who are watching. They're more like, they're kind of gemstones, bejeweled. They're all circular, so I like a very symmetric pattern. I don't have any dangly charms on this specific one. It's just not my style. And the other one I'm doing now is like they're coming out with a lot of like opal and glass bead looking charms.
Okay.
And so they look a little bit more like a beaded bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start collecting that. But
nice. Are those cheaper?
and that's why I like
Like-
all the bullshit. Like I admire people who can do all the like dangly dangs, and like I think your hands could do it. I just feel like I have to keep it real. Which of course
too
means-
clumsy. I get stuck on stuff all the time. So
Oh, that is the other thing too.
Mhm.
But I gotta tell you, as an old lady,
It's an old lady.
Yeah.
as
I just feel like when I collect Pandora charms, it's like, first of all, it's such an easy thing to collect, meaning
Mhm.
like there's so many of them, and it's an easy thing that you could people give you a gift or whatever. It's an easy way to commemorate, and it's not so cluttery.
Yeah.
Because I'm known for. I mean, listen. The only reason people say that my shoes look nice behind me is because they're organized. If they were unorganized or disorganized, as an English tutor may say, they would say you're a hoarder.
Order.
Isn't that funny? If you clean up your mess,
Mm-hmm.
it's acceptable. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So Britney Spears, you heard it here first. Clean it up. Clean up the mess, girlfriend. I'm obviously kidding.
You got too many mirrors.
No, really, I'm telling you. There's little stains on the carpet. I'm like, oh boy. But anyway.
I wasn't looking that close. Good lord.
Oh, I do. I love a good background image, especially in pictures and videos. But again, go off, sis, and literally live your best life. But rounding out, I do think everyone should collect Pandora, not sponsored, charms and bracelets.
Feel free to sponsor.
Wouldn't that be great? Oh my gosh, no, they would lose out. Their business would take a complete dive if I stopped collecting. If they sponsored this show or me, they'd be like, oh.
Full suit full of dark charms.
Oh, I was so here for it. And here's the thing, like I'm not even trying to sound bougie when I say this, but it's gonna sound so obnoxious. But I also know that there's knockoff Pandora charms, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it is a very real thing. And I cannot for the life of me purchase the knockoff ones and put them on the Pandora bracelet. Sorry, that sentence. I really wanted that sentence to get out as fast as possible. I was going to do on the Pandora bracelet. But I really cannot put them on my Pandora bracelet.
Bracelet.
So I was like, I might be having a medical emergency.
Right.
It might not be how difficult those words are. I might literally just be in trouble.
In trouble. Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket, they're like, blink twice if you need help. I'm like,
Right.
no, that's my lazy eye.
that
I'm fine.
still doesn't really help in the situation. So
Like, He's winking. He's winking
he's
at me.
just winking. He's fine. He's fine.
So that's that on that. And we are right around the corner. This was really crazy to say. Like, summer is rapidly ending, even though it still feels like the blistering hell
Only
that it
100
is.
degrees right now. It's 7:22 at night, and it's 100 degrees.
And we all must put out good vibes, prayers, if it's what you believe in, for El Pity's air conditioning unit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's certainly, in this heat, it cannot go out.
Right.
I'm telling you, this is, I have multiple window units for this case. God forbid it goes out. And it has. I mean, hello.
Mm-hmm. It has.
I've lived through that atrocity.
Mm-hmm. So.
And it's amazing. People live without air conditioning. Can you, in your state, in other states, that does just truly blow me away.
Right. Agreed. Well,
it's not
doesn't
right,
blow
yeah.
them away.
No, it does not. They are wilting in the heat.
Yes. So.
I don't know. And some people just really enjoy it. And again, obviously, some people it's because there's a genuine inability, right? Whether it be economic, whatever.
But
right?
some people choose. Like
yes, some people choose the
they make an
craziness.
active choice in this. So, like.
So let me tell you an active choice I make, and I've been making this active choice. This might blow your fucking mind, and it might blow our
Pandora charms. Got it.
Yeah. No, this will actually blow your mind, I think. So I've been in this place in the heart of Denver for years, right? A couple years now. Do you know, El Pity and listening audience, although I may seem like the face of success, true story, I do not have a dishwasher. Thank you.
Bless you.
And I haven't, I've been here, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
I have been hand washing with these fat little sausage fingers since then.
My goodness.
Isn't that crazy?
In the arms of an angel. Just kidding.
The audience really can't get enough of that, frankly. But does that blow your mind?
It does.
And everyone I tell, they're like, well, hold on. You don't have a dishwasher. You, Mr. Lazy. I said, no.
I mean, you could buy like a counter one.
I know, but I have barely any counter space.
That's true.
I know. I got like a little sliver of counter.
Sliver.
I mean, I live in, this very small apartment. No, but I am thinking about putting out, they have these like extenders or cutting board covers for your stove.
Yes.
So, it's an easy way to extend your thing. I use my stove, though. I don't like, it's not storage or an accoutrement to
Right,
me.
like get the cover and be like, oh, that looks great. Let's take it off. I gotta cook some food right now.
Gotta move that again.
Right.
It's always nice to cook, but I love a good ordering out, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. I just did it myself, so.
Speaking of ordering out, El Pity, it's time for everyone's favorite segment, and that's, of course, fortune cookie time.
Fortune cookie time.
So this is really embarrassing. I really love various Asian cuisine, and I was cleaning out my utensil drawer in the kitchen. Speaking of kitchen, and I found for you 2 fortune cookies.
Ooh.
So because I'm such a passionate journalist, I'm going to save one for next week.
Okay.
We'll read one this week, and maybe this will be an ongoing segment in which I save these. So I'm really sad about last week. So I don't know if you know this about me either. I actually have a little journal that I tape every single fortune cookie fortune that I've gotten in.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
So yeah, so maybe next week I can show it on the pod or something. But anyway, so I got to remember to not just toss this one out, or maybe I put it somewhere. When you have a clever hiding spot and you don't remember it either because it's so clever.
ADHD brain.
Literally, I'm going to put it in this drawer because next time I look for it, I'll look there instead of where I just fucking found it.
Right.
And then, I go on the hunt for it. I'm
Every
like,
time.
where is this thing?
Every time.
And I'm like, that's because I miraculously thought this other drawer would be an even more logical place.
Right.
No, just put it back. Listen, this is what the fortune cookie should say for everyone who needs this message. Just put it back where you found it.
Right.
It might not be ideal, or you might say, why have I placed this thing here? A good example would be a key ring or a key holder.
Mm-hmm.
If you hang your keys somewhere, just hang them there.
Yep, that's where my keys are right now.
Same.
Mhm.
But isn't it funny? That's one of the only things we actually do with things like that in our house. It's like everything else, like somehow finds a new place every time.
Right.
Like, you know what? The paper towels can be here now. I think this is
Right here.
no, this is a better place for them. Yeah,
It's
I
right
think
here,
so.
right here.
Right
Then you
here.
can't find the paper towels, and you're just like, I know I just placed
Where
them in
the
this
fuck did
area
they go?
like 2 seconds ago. Why can't I see it in my peripheral vision right now?
Exactly. For me, it's even dumb shit like IKEA Allen wrenches.
Yes.
I'm like, I know I have it somewhere. Logical. Where would be logical? Anyway,
a toolbox.
a toolbox. That's it. No, it's true. I do have a very nice toolbox. Thank you for asking.
Ooh.
Like, no one was asking. All right, let's open up the fortune cookie. Which one? Because our rights and lefts are different, you LPD can pick one. I have a fortune cookie in each hand. You can choose the arm that's heavily tattooed, or the arm that's less tattooed.
Heavily tattooed.
Heavily tattooed. All right, thanks for clapping for that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and crunch, banana phone. And this is everyone's fortune from LPD and John for the week. This week. Well, this one's fun. First of all, we get to learn Chinese zodiac,
Yes.
which is go.
I feel like I learned nothing.
Yes, and it means dog.
Ooh.
Yes, woof woof banana phone. Your lucky numbers, folks listening, is 5,
Ooh.
41,
Ooh.
55,
Ooh.
11,
Ah.
4,
Ooh.
9.
Nice.
So if those are good for you, good stuff. This fortune seems not sure if this is an 8 Mile lyric, but here we go. Better ask twice than lose yourself once. Better ask twice than lose yourself once.
Ooh, she's
Absolutely. In your music, Mom Spaghetti. Alrighty. Well, folks, that was the ever popular fortune cookie segment that we will have. Oh, order is up apparently. That we will have every week. That I order some sort of cuisine that enables me to have a fortune cookie. And again, I will save this other one here for you, the loyal listening audience, until next week. And hopefully this is ongoing. LPD, if you have a fortune cookie that manages to come into your life, please save it.
You know what you should do? You should just buy a giant fortune cookie and then buy a bulk of fortune cookie fortunes and put the fortunes in the big fortune cookie and then just pull one out every week.
I like that, Sade. It's interesting why I would save these, these fortune cookies. I thought about that as well. I really had a couple moments with these fortunes. I said, why would I have put these? Why would I have saved these? As if one day when I'm down on my luck, I'm going to need this fortune cookie, this rough fortune cookie to tell me my fortune. It was very confusing to me, but anyway. Lucky for you, I'm a clean hoarder.
I'm a clean hoarder.
Yeah, and that's exactly that. So I will leave you with that, folks.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
It was really
LPD, I cannot believe it. We've rounded out episode number 113, 1-1 trace.
1-1 trace. 1-1-3. Un, trois.
I don't know if that's true, but we're one podcast closer to Christmas. Oh, I really can't wait for Christmas holidays.
Yay, Christmas.
So, yes, yay, Christmas. Well, Pity, I love ya. And
Yes.
everyone listening. Of course, my name is John.
I'm El Pity.
And this hashtag.
That podcast.
And we see you next week. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.